The Miss Universe pageant is fixed. All the winners are from Earth. And I'm done. I'll leave off that one. Yeah. All right. We can go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boys, the 1, 2, 3 count, a wrestling podcast, here to talk to you about everything that has gone on in wrestling and everything that is going to be going on in wrestling. Because boy, oh boy, do we
Yeah.
have a lot going on in wrestling. But before you do anything else, make sure you hit that like, subscribe. I mean, help the algorithms get us to you
Mm-hmm.
and you to us. And also hit us up on our Instagram, our Sky, Blue Sky, our
Twitter.
X, Twitter, yeah, because we're still calling it Twitter.
Yeah.
And definitely, if you're watching this has to be on YouTube. Don't forget to crank it on. I would say, how is everybody doing? But I know that we are all exhausted and
Mm-hmm.
tired because
Mm-hmm.
we all have real lives.
Yeah.
But let's just go into this imaginary world of professional wrestling. Oh, where do we want to start?
Let's get Full Gear out of the way. We start there.
Okay, let's go with Full Gear. I didn't watch it. I did see it on Twitter though.
I've seen a couple of matches. I kind of went to sleep on it. I kept nodding off. That's not because it will. Okay, I'm not going to say that it was a great show, but it wasn't because it was like a bad show. I was just tired. I did try. I did catch a lot of the Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher. That one I was dying to see. Um, the Mercedes Moné Chris Statlander, that started off slow, but it ended kind of crazy. Um, yeah, I didn't see the Orange Cassidy. I was done by that time. By that time, I was done. So the Orange Cassidy, John Moxley, I didn't see it. So Chris, this is all you.
I don't know how many matches.
It is not me, because for the first time in a long time, actually the first time ever, I have not seen a full
Right.
AEW pay-per-view.
You were streaming.
I was streaming.
Yeah, I remember you were streaming. So we missed it. So
I was like, I can't do it. They can't give me $50. Not this time.
ooh.
I'm sorry.
So,
I'm sorry. I couldn't do it.
Wait a minute. So
The first time ever. I have paid and bought every single show for the past 5 years. This one I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
So wait. Let me
I
ask you.
stream and watch the show at the same time.
No, he could have,
I mean,
but
I
he
could
wasn't
have.
trying to. This is where it's going to. What was it that made you not want to buy it?
I don't know. I wasn't into like none of these matches. Like even like was it Friday night they announced Takeshita and Ricochet like out of nowhere. I was like, I got no build for that. I mean, Ricochet was kind of beating him up. I mean, following him, I guess, for the past couple of weeks. I was like, man, I mean, Ospreay, Fletcher, yeah, that's a good story going on.
Yeah,
Hangman, Jay White, yeah, that's a good
cool.
story.
I did see that. That was cool.
Mercedes Statlander,
It was a good match.
Moxley Cassidy,
Yeah. The one that I'm mad that I missed was Bobby Lashley and Swerve. I missed that one.
Yeah. That one, I would if if it was more on this show, I would have bought it just for that match and be happy.
Mhm.
But I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry, Swerve. I'm sorry, Bobby.
Yeah.
I wanted to. I'm gonna find a way to go back and watch that match because for what I've seen, the Swerve stomp through the table. I was like, okay, the spear through the barricade. They got me.
I wasn't able to watch it because I had to I had to work that day. Then I had to pick my brother up from the airport. So it was just a no-go. So as soon as I got home, it was eat because my wonderful girlfriend made me some beef stew.
Yeah.
Thank you, babe.
Ooh.
And then I went to sleep.
I'm gonna say this. I literally changed my work schedule so I could be off on Sundays. So when pay-per-views happen for AEW, I get a chance to watch it. They did this one on a fucking Saturday. I'm working. Like I can't catch a break. I wanted to watch it. Granted, I already said that these matches weren't really, but those are normally when the matches carry the pay-per-view. It's not the story, it's not everything. The
But
bad
Yeah.
they've usually been doing their pay-per-views on Saturdays just because they also go so damn long.
when the, when was the last oh
Like you
wait,
see
wait.
these bags under my eyes? This is still from when I went to All Out.
It's 3 months ago. This man's still tired.
Yeah.
That show's still going on in his head.
You're right. No, but the thing is like this one even has stories for a lot of what was going on. Mercedes and Chris was a story. Bobby and Swerve is a story. Hangman and Jay White is a story. Uh, Orange Cassidy and Death Riders is a story. Uh, Kyle and Will Ospreay was a story, right?
Yeah,
All of these.
yeah.
So none of that made you as a person who watches AEW, who will give it a shot even when it's bad. That wasn't enough to keep you as, you know what, I'm gonna watch this.
Yeah.
I mean, they had your boy Sling Blade on there.
That's true.
Like,
I couldn't do it. I don't know.
okay, but
I
this
just feel like my time was more useful somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
this goes back to the conversation that we had last week. Like, there's something that is missing. They get talked about for not having a story. They have a story. Nobody wants to buy it because, from what I heard, not a lot of people bought this one. Right? And I hope Tony sees that and say, "Oh, it's not the fact that we're not in a large venues." Because again, that's not the problem. The everything from AW right now, I'm gonna say, to me it seems surface level.
Yeah.
That is probably the big issue. I couldn't put my hand on it last week, but this week it's really like Tony, like, ooh, we got Swerve and Bobby Lashley. Ooh, Hangman and Jay White. Y'all want to see that, right? Ooh, Takeshi and Ricochet. Like, this is
Do y'all know who these Costco guys are?
No.
Okay, so it wasn't just me. I was like,
No,
what are they
wait,
talking about?
Wait, the Costco guys came on probably about a month or two ago, and they've been on the show with their kids. They've been on the show. They've been trying to push them, but
What show?
Oh,
Huh?
what?
What show?
They've been on Dynamite and Collision.
I know, but who are they? Like,
Every time
every time I think
Dynamite
of
was
them,
last week.
I think of Costco.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think they got like I don't know.
They like samples. They make videos out of it.
Yeah, no, from what I don't want to say, I don't want to just come out with something. The way that I think of it, I think that they were one of these viral group of people that wrestled in Costco matches and stuff like that. So that's where they got them from. They're the backyard wrestlers. Hold on. I'm gonna find this out. Y'all keep going
Okay.
because it don't make sense to me.
Well, I mean, okay, so we had the MJF match with Roderick Strong. We all knew MJF was going to win. That's basically setting up for him versus Adam Cole at World's End. It's called
Sure.
Space.
Yeah.
Jay White and Hangman. I forget who won. Jay White.
I think Jay White won. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I was wrong. There goes me rooting for Hangman. Ugh, never again.
It's one and only time.
It was good though. It was a good loss.
With something between kind of with John Moxley, but Jay White's gonna always stop Christian, and Hangman is always going to try to help Christian because he offered him a title shot. Whoop de fucking do. We had Private Party, the Outrunners, Kings of the Black Throne, and the Acclaims. Obviously, Private Party was going to win.
Yeah.
But, they had, this isn't the year for tag teams. A little bit of spiciness between the Acclaims. I didn't know what you guys thought about the match. Sorry if I'm speed running this.
No, you can speed run it. I didn't see it. I didn't see that match.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Mercedes Moné versus Chris Statlander. We all knew Mercedes Moné was going to win. I've actually heard a lot of good things about the match.
Oh, it was a good match. It started off slow as hell though. Like that, honestly, when I came home from work, that was the match that I cut it on and actually got a chance to see. And I was surprised how it really wasn't. All right, let me just for them because I always talk about the women's division and how they treated horribly. They still treated horribly. But the Mercedes Moné Chris Statlander match, Mercedes Moné was a pure heel. She literally did what is the name of that move? The flying knee to the face. The thunder. Huh? No. She jumps on both. She jumps for both her knees, get on their neck, and slam them down. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, bank statement, or it's called lung blower.
Yeah, something like that. But she did that like a good 30 times. Like literally, she spammed that move. Not the backstabber. She is kind of like the.
I mean, technically, it is the backstabber.
No, because it's not on.
No, it's like when they're like in the corner.
When she jumps in the corner, but she was doing it everywhere. She was flying off the top.
Like the meteor.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Yeah,
meteor. I couldn't remember that for nothing.
I did not watch the match.
Yeah. She spammed the meteor like 30 times. Like quite literally 30 times. To the point where people, because when they started, she did it. It didn't go over, right? So she said, you know what? I'm gonna do this until y'all boo me. And she literally did it until they start booing. And that's where Chris start getting her momentum because now everybody is getting into it. Mercedes, Three Amigos, frog splash to the leg because of Chris Statlander's knee injury. She was really like, I'm trying to get this bitch, right? Chris kicking out. Seeing Mercedes throw a temper tantrum 3 times is amazing. First is just the screaming, ah! Then it's the, what I gotta do? And then she just literally broke down to the ground crying. As a heel, I fucking love her. Mercedes Varnado, I was not aware of your heel game. I'm sorry. Right?
Yeah.
Chris was going through it to the point where she was almost depressed when I think she did the Falcon Arrow. Thought it was going to be it. And it was just to the point where when Mercedes won, you was genuinely, even though we said that she was going to win, we was genuinely shocked that, oh, she actually pulled away with it. It was that good of a match. The crowd was cheering. They popped when Chris Statlander kicked out of the meteor like for the 52nd time. Like it was an amazing match. I want to give them a shout out because when they do Mercedes match, when Mercedes does what she does, it looks great. When Chris does what she does, it looks great. They need more shine. They need more opportunity. This story should have been a lot deeper than what it is now. They don't know they forgot how to sell because they used to know how to sell.
Yeah.
Tony just forgot how to sell, unless it was just all Cody. Because if it was all Cody, then this explains a lot.
Yeah.
Let's see. We had Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher. Heard that was a really, really, really good match, and we all picked Fletcher to win.
As he should.
As he should.
Yeah. Which, I mean, especially if he keeps doing that
the brain
buster in the corner.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, he better walk off of that. Ain't nobody get out of that.
Yeah, they shouldn't. Like I think
Sammy did the same thing to Gunther. Yeah.
You said who did the same thing?
Sami Zayn.
That was Sammy. I just had to remember because I thought it was a botch, but I was like, "Oh, that Sammy did it so good." I thought it was on purpose. Yeah,
that used to be his finisher as well.
Yeah, and that should be somebody's finisher. Like that move should be. We should have a conversation on what moves shouldn't be protected and what moves should be protected because that move should be protected. I'm gonna shut
Shout
up.
out to Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
In the days, should always be protected. And shout out
Yes.
to him for winning a gold medal this past weekend.
In jiu-jitsu, I believe.
Jiu-jitsu, yeah.
Yeah, congratulations to
Man,
him.
he would be great in AEW, but they will ruin him.
They would absolutely know nothing to do with him. It'd be another Lance Archer, unfortunately.
I think that Baron knows more about himself than they would allow him. That is the one thing. If you can get yourself over, they'll say, "Oh yeah, okay, go ahead." Till they run it in the ground like the Acclaim. Yeah,
they'll ruin the lone wolf gimmick so quick.
Yeah.
But let's see. We had Jack Perry versus Daniel Garcia for the TNT title.
Pissed.
I'm
pissed. Hey, get out of here with that no more.
Don't do that.
I know, but I seen the results. I was like, what? What happened?
And he brought back the original TNT title.
What?
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it even more now. You even just said
that. I completely forgot that was a match on the card, honestly.
I can't, like, AEW is doing a great job at making sure that no one can see anything from the pay-per-view now. Because, boy, even on their website, they weren't posting anything, and everybody's was being taken down quickly. So I didn't even see anything from the Garcia Perry match.
I haven't seen none of that either.
Or no, I didn't know that Takeshita and Ricochet were having a match.
I haven't seen that either.
Ain't seen nothing from that match.
Yeah. And that's crazy because Ricochet is a highlight reel in a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
That is quite literally one of the people that you want to just, hey, that Kyle Fletcher exchange with Will Ospreay, that's great. I done seen that a million times. Still haven't seen Ricochet. I haven't seen him on TikTok. I haven't seen him on Twitter. I haven't seen him on YouTube.
Oh, he's been on Twitter.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I seen him on Twitter. I haven't seen any of the highlights from that pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And he should have a highlight.
I mean, the only thing that I've seen of the main event was the ending, and that's because
Darby Allin is not human. They said that ending was straight out of WCW. I was like, what?
Yeah. No, he
like you could tell that he was a little wonky.
The only reason I would want to see the main event, did they actually show the title? Or is he still carrying around this? Because when I looked and they were still carrying around that briefcase when they was leaving, I was like, all right. I'm glad I watched
Willow
this
is
show.
going to start feuding with Miranda Shafir right now. Like she came out to attack.
Willow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just seen her talking shit on Twitter.
But see, honestly, I'm not even going to lie. I found out a lot about this from another great group of men, What Culture.
Shout
Miller.
Shout out
to him because
that
sometimes
bald idiot.
A lot of times since I don't have cable right now,
can
only watch what I can. And that's how I keep up with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Willow was injured. So I guess that makes sense. Her and Marina, because she was with Cassidy before she got injured. So yeah, I mean, I give them that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Full Gear. Do we just want to keep talking about AEW, or we want to move over to WWE real quick?
Do we have anything good to say about AEW?
Oh yeah, no, there's some stuff.
Let's get them out of the way. Yeah.
How do you feel about what Bobby Lashley said about being a black champion? I posted this in the BWF on Facebook group, and boy, oh boy,
not to forget.
Yeah.
But that's what I just posted. I was like, I can't wait to see what the y'all means because I didn't want to say anything else. I have to say about this, and boy, people are for it. People are against it.
Okay. I'll say it like this: it is divisive. As a person that just want to be respected as a person and not be seen as the color of their skin. You know, the Martin Luther King dream being judged by the principles of the or whatever. Yeah, you wanted him to just be considered a champion, and
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley is a great champion, no matter what program he's at. TNA, WWE, great champion, right? ECW, great champion. But because there has been so little representation for the black champion, it is still an anomaly. Like we've had what?
Well, I would say it's more of an anomaly. It's more of a thing for WWE because TNA is new.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, we've already not, like Bobby said, we already had Swerve.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the first. And they even crucified Swerve for saying it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we've got that out of the way. Now we can just be champions. But in WWE, it took into, if you want to say The Rock, but a lot of people would say Kofi to have like a black wrestler champion. TNA, you can't say anything about TNA because Round the Truth Killings, I believe, was either the first or second champion, period. Bobby Lashley was the champion 3 times. Rich Swann was the champion. Yeah, they've had a few.
Josh Gresham.
Yeah.
Champion?
Yeah, Josh Gresham was a champion.
Yeah.
No, and regardless, I mean, I know what you mean by this is just really a thing with WWE, but you got to understand that before WWE gave their first black champion, it was WCW, and how long have WCW been around? Like, and we're talking about the big names, right? Ron Farouk, because I've met him as Farouk. He was champion. He was the first black champion in WCW. He took that title. Huh?
What happened when he was in WWE?
Yeah, no, they okay, 2 things happened. One,
Vince was there.
Vince was there, right? But but one thing that Vince did do was he allowed for Farouk to take a couple of black athletes and created a pro-black wrestling stable. I haven't seen that, and I haven't seen that. And even though they were going against a Road Warrior and Ahmed Johnson was considered the token, but he should have been champion. Like his rise should have been champion, but I'm the politics and then the fact that he wasn't safe stopped that, right? But it was Farouk in what, 94? Wrestling been around since the 40s?
No, since earlier.
I'm talking about the big regional where it became NWA and all of that. And yes, I'm not talking about during the carnival years. I'm talking about regional wrestling. WWWE.
I'm going to have to read this book that I just bought.
Ooh, show it. Please find it, show it.
I don't where it actually.
You're talking about the history of wrestling where they the one that
It's the Fly Guy. Or I do know that Crockett. Jim Crockett. Not Jim Crockett. What's the Crockett that everybody hates?
I know who you're talking about. What? Oh my fucking goodness. The Southern boy
Sure,
with the tennis racket.
He
right?
was part of OVW. Let me just look it up.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, my brain is just went to mush. Jim Crockett. It was Jim Crockett.
That sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
Everybody hates him because of his takes and everything.
Yeah. But
hold on, you guys keep talking. I'm gonna try to find it.
yeah. So we haven't had since the 19 let's just keep it to the 40s, 1940s, right? 40s, whatever, 50s, whatever, 60s. We get into the 60s and 70s. This is like the birth of the superstars, the Jerry Lawler, the Jerry Lawler, the Ric Flairs and all of that, right? No black champion. 70s, 80s, no black champion. 90s, one black champion. 98, 99, or was it 01? 01, I think it was, The Rock becomes champion. From 01, all right, CT, real quick, CT. Hold on, before you show it. When did The Rock become champion? The Rock, when did he become champion?
I want to say 98, maybe.
98, probably, right? Then it was what, 05 with Booker T. Oh, no.
Yeah.
So, 2, 3, by 05, 29, no, Bobby Lashely is in there somewhere. 2012. But we done had a good 50-something champions, and only like 7 of them were black, right? And this was the time where what is his name? The longest reigning champion.
San Martino?
Yeah, Bruno. This is around the time Bruno was running it for like 5 years. Hulk Hogan is getting it for like 3 years, right? And then you got Roman having it for about 4. Like, and we still had like 50 different champions and only 7 of them be black, right? But then we get something like TNA, which would be smaller. They wouldn't really count that in the mainstream. They wouldn't count it. We would probably count it. But then you get to AEW, which is becomes the big 2 out of them. And they get Swerve, they get Jade, they get
Willow,
Mercedes. And then, Bobby coming in, he gonna get his championship. I don't care what anybody say. Bobby about to get his. Sheldon should win one too. That's what I'm saying. But in the history of it.
In the next thing that we gotta talk about.
Yeah, all right. But in the history of it, is not that many. So representation is not the same. So I feel him for saying, hey, I just want to be known as champion. But the representation for the youngsters who looks up to wrestling and they get a chance to say Swerve is my favorite wrestler group, like growing up, they get a chance, like how I said, I had The Rock. The Rock was one of my favorite wrestlers growing up. He was like number 1 when it came to my skills and selling and everything. Like, he was that. Shawn Michaels was right there too. Bret Hart is somewhere in there. Chris Jericho was definitely there. The old 2001 Chris Jericho, when he didn't care about what people said at WCW, going before that my Chris Jericho, right? But it'd be a minute before I could get back to saying, no, D-Lo is probably in my top 10 as far as wrestlers.
D-Lo Brown.
But we don't have that type of representation. Right? We don't have that type of representation. So for the youngins that get to say they grew up watching them, it is a great thing. So I'm glad that they say, yeah, this is great, but now let's move on. Because I want them to be recognized as being the black champions, but then in the separate category being one of the greatest champions.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But the book that I was talking about that Jim Cornette has shown,
The Fall Guys.
Fly Guys. Or Fall Guys. Yep. Fly Guys. So it's nice little.
Listening to too much Tiger.
Less than 200 page move or 200 page book. So this is going to be a nice little read for me within the next couple of weeks because I just started the book, but I'm eventually going to get to that. And that being said, even though you might hate somebody and hate their takes, some of them are still right. You got to remember, Eric Bischoff was still successful.
Yeah.
Jim Crockett was still successful.
Yeah.
And they are still knowledgeable. Their thoughts sometimes might be a little construed. And
What's What's
back
that?
in my day.
What's that jerk's name? What is that jerk's name? From WWE to WCW, he ruined WCW.
Vince Russo.
Vince Russo, yeah, Vince Russo was successful. You can't just be like, I can say fuck Vince Russo because I really don't care about anything that he thinks. Also, fuck Hulk Hogan. Fuck Hulk Hogan.
But see, it also
fuck
goes.
Vince McMahon. Hold on. I'm kind of feeling like fuck Ric Flair too. I'm gonna leave Ric Flair alone today, but definitely Vince, Hogan, Vince, both Vinces.
Goldberg.
Hey, right back.
Never get that far.
We love you though. We can't stand you in the wrestling, but we love you as
but
something.
We also have the C2 about to start.
Continental Classic.
Let me pull up
Yeah, I already got the leagues pulled up.
Let's go.
This look ridiculous. All right, in the gold league, we got Darby Allin, Claudio Castagnoli, Will Ospreay. Why is he in this match?
I don't know.
My God. Ricochet, Brody King, and Rock Hard. Juice Robinson, my boy, who I'm pulling for.
Yeah,
You better not go like 0-5. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, he needs to get a couple wins in there. Mm-hmm.
That's the gold league. Blue league. This is ridiculous. All right, we got, the champ, Kazuchika Okada, Kyle Fletcher, new TNT champ, Daniel Garcia, former ROH champion, Mark Briscoe, primetime, Show Benjamin, and the Beast Mortos.
Okay.
I want Shelton Benjamin versus Okada. So,
what's gonna happen?
You give me Shelton versus anybody. I want him to take it all. Wait before I hear. That's before I hear everybody else. Shelton is like my front runner right now. Even though it had a couple of my guys already in here with the Orange Cassidy, and I'm still Shelton first. Let's go.
Okay, so as we can see, the tournament is actually for the championship because Okada is in it. So,
but Okada has, because I think even in the G1, he's gone there as IWGP champion, and he's won the G1.
He fought himself at Wrestle Kingdom.
I'm so worried. Bitch. I love him. Oh man. Hey, he needs to be in the finals. I don't care. He needs to be.
He's gonna be in the finals.
Yeah, but for him to be in the finals, he has to beat Shelton Benjamin.
That's true.
Yeah, that sucks. This sucks how they just cleared the entire blue. The blue.
Shelton Benjamin. I'm calling it Shelton Benjamin versus Will Ospreay.
Ooh. Who's in the gold again?
Darby, Claudio, Ospreay, Ricochet, Brody King, and Rock Hard. Juice Robinson.
Sheldon Rock Hard. Putting that in there. That's my main event. I want them to be that, but I know that they won't. So I honestly want Sheldon versus anybody from that. Ospreay, Ricochet.
They love putting Darby and Brody in the same league.
Because Darby loves getting choked out and Brody does it perfectly. That's honestly what it is. He doesn't have him dangling like this. His legs just swinging.
I think Darby and Rock Hard should take the most losses.
They can't give the most losses to Darby. I'm sorry. He's
I don't know why he's here.
He shouldn't be here. Not unless it's Claudio and Claudio kicks his ass a lot. Brody King kicks his ass a lot. He should put on a banger of a match against Will Ospreay. And he should put on a banger of a match against Ricochet. That's how it should go. He should really suffer from 2, maybe 3 losses, but it shouldn't be a beatdown. But
it's because of the ending of Full Gear. It's like, why are you even putting him
because they
in
don't
this
know how to
match
do it.
when they should just focus on him having to face Moxley for the title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him. You said Orange Cassidy is in the blue one, right?
No, Orange Cassidy ain't none of them.
Cool. I thought I heard his name. But yeah, but no, he shouldn't be there. Honestly, if I had my way, I would have put I would have tried to push a couple of ones that you put to the back. Lee Moriarty should be in here trying to make a name for himself. Put him in there to make some excitement. He could have the most losses, but he can have an opportunity to put on great matches to where people do want to cheer him in the future.
I feel like champions outside of Okada should not be in this tournament.
Yeah. No, they shouldn't be. They shouldn't.
Like Garcia, Claudio.
Yeah. No, it honestly should be.
But
question.
Also, I believe the way that they do it in New Japan is that if the champion gets pinned, then that person gets a title shot. So say they pin the Claudio Castagnoli, they should be able to get a trio championship. Or if Daniel Garcia loses, that person automatically, by way of beating him, gets a title opportunity.
This is what I would say. Any champion,
it's not immediate.
Yeah, nah. I want it to be immediate. That's exactly what I was about to go. If I would, this is the way that I would do it. You a champion, you want to be in this. Your title is on the line for this. And guess what? If Ricochet,
so basically doing like last year.
Yeah, Eddie Kingston put all his titles on the line in every match he did.
No, and
Continental Classic.
And that should have been the beginning point. Huh?
He still lost a bunch of those, but he never gave the title up.
Yeah, he should have lost some titles. He should have gave it up. And I would wanted to take it like Claudio. If he loses to Ricochet, Ricochet is 1/3 of the trio champion. I would put it that way to make this make the story because that will add an air of suspense. Because next year, when you know that somebody is going to lose the title, you're going to try to have your tag team partner not join. Don't join. Because if you lose, I'm not teaming up with none of them niggas. Or if Ricochet wins every trios match, he's either being left out all by himself and is forced to win each match by himself, or they jump him like in the first couple of minutes and then they fight. Like, it should add something to the story. This Continental Classic don't. What?
No, that's making things too hard.
No, it's not. Like, if you wanted to put
Fall Guys,
listen,
get it on Amazon. It teaches you how to make wrestling simple.
Oh, you mean all the stuff that people barely use now? Okay. But this is what I'm saying. You ain't gotta do it for everybody, but it adds an air of a suspense to a show. So let's say you do Claudio loses the championship. That is a story for an up and coming. Wait.
But that wouldn't make any sense because then he would be a part of the Death Riders.
No, he would be a reluctant champion. His team would be in a reluctant champion. But if you are if the Death Riders, if Pac and who's the other one?
Wheeler.
Yeah, that nigga. If Pac and Wheeler does not like the guy, every match they're walking to the back. To the point where this gets into.
But then they would lose the titles because it would be 3-on-1.
Yeah.
And why would he?
Or if somebody wait, so that's what I'm saying. Either he doesn't want to win the title, or if he wins the title, he is fighting to prove something. So I wouldn't say Ricochet. I would put Lee Moriarty in there. Lee Moriarty, he's in there, and he wins the championship. Listen, wait.
Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yes. Wait.
Why are we trying to put a hat on the cheeseburger?
Okay, I'm gonna say one thing. The reason why we would try to put a hat on a cheeseburger is because everybody's tired of putting cheese on a cheeseburger. Everybody's tired of the same old shit that AEW is using. They are keeping it simple to the point.
Kobe. Taco meat.
So you're saying adding one story where there could be a fork in the road between a up and comer like Lee Moriarty, either fighting for his respect and eventually joining the Death Riders, or creating a feud between them because he is disrespected from all this, or they drop the title to put it on somebody else. Those are three things that they can do in the first match.
That doesn't make sense. Like, I get what you're trying to say,
you missing
but it doesn't make logical in the shell, the little sphere of wrestling sense.
It does. Like, wait. We haven't seen another person win a mixed tag match and they became part champion in WWE. Yes.
No.
Yes, we have. Oh my fucking goodness. We have. Hold on. And I'm going to find it. But we done seen that. We done seen people substitute other people in for matches. We done seen tag team partnership.
Yes, that's happened with a lot of groups, but it's not even a weird concept. It's just a wide. No one would ever say that would work out great and would get people in seats to see it. It is just such a weird, like, out of complete left field. They would have to be smoking giant blunts and eating hellish shrooms.
No,
for
you
people to think that is going to be somebody's trying to break in.
So let's get this straight. First of all, what they're doing is not making sense now. We just had a 5-minute conversation of how champions shouldn't be in here. None of this makes sense. They need to start adding stipulations to it. Their championship.
The stipulation is if you beat a champion.
That's not their stipulation. You're adding New Japan stipulations onto shit. They just had it where last year, where Eddie Kingston put his championship on the line, lost a lot, and never gave up a championship. None of this makes sense.
But why would you give up a position in like a trios or tag team to somebody to try to start a story that doesn't make sense? Because basically, the first match, theoretically, he should get his ass beat and lose the trios titles. But then it makes no sense for the Death Riders to not come out and like defend them. But then do you make it be Claudio Castagnoli versus whoever was in that spot that beat him for the one trios title?
Yes. You looking like it don't make sense. And give me a second, as I will find it, because it happened in WWE where a person that wasn't part of the tag team beat another person that was part of a tag team. He got the belt, and then those two people had to try to work it out to be tag champions. It happened in Attitude Era. It happened before.
This must be Vince Russo, because that has Vince Russo put all over it, because it makes
and guess what? That team was over. That team was over.
And the Matrix.
That team was over.
And I can bet you it did not happen. Oh boy. Because that makes zero sense. But while he is looking this up, we now know that we will be having a new United States and IC champion, but it will be for the women. We have mid-card titles, but as much as I'm like, it's about time, I don't think they have enough women maybe to make this make sense. Granted, supposedly they're going to be moving SmackDown to 3 hours as well.
Right.
So with them going back to 3 hours, maybe that puts a little bit more like time for them. But that being said, usually WWE only does 5-hour pay-per-views, unless it's like the bigger ones, or not 5-hour or 5-match pay-per-views.
Yeah,
that's like the big one. So, I'm excited to see who is going to become the first IC and WCW and US champion. I wish they would have the finals at a women's evolution pay-per-view, but I have a feeling it's going to be at main event. Or I was saying that they're going to have the finals be on December 28th when they're in Orlando and AEW's in Orlando.
Petty.
No, they're like, yeah, we're going to put on a special live event to crown the first ever women's IC and US champion. And I am just going to sit back and giggle my ass off.
I was talking to my friend yesterday about it, and I was like, give them both to Charlotte Flair. 16 time right there.
But well, speaking of Charlotte Flair, she teased that she's coming back.
Oh, she heard championship, bro. She smell it.
But
Gold.
also, hear me out.
But I go.
I want to say, get well soon, Jade Cargill.
Yes.
She had some real injuries, so going back to the women's tag team title slightly being cursed.
Damn. True again.
There's so many people who think Naomi did it.
We was talking about that all week.
Other people are saying Last Legend and Jakar Jackson might have done it.
Yeah, I seen that. Naomi putting up polls on Twitter talking about, did y'all think I did this to Sis Jade? I was like, oh, ain't no way.
But my question is, who's going to be the fifth member for the women's WarGame match? There's three choices, and we'll
they already announced it.
Oh, who?
It's Bailey.
Oh, I didn't know they had announced it that night.
They had like a graphic up and they had Bailey. They was talking about it.
Well, dang it.
Yeah, I wish they would have. They could have waited till Friday, to be honest.
Yeah, because I was about to put in, do you think it will be Becky Lynch coming back, Charlotte coming back, or Bailey? One of the four horsewomen.
Yeah, my guess would have been Becky. Because my friend had brought it up that like the last person she had dealt with before she left was Liv. Like Liv and Dom screwing her out of the world title again.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Becky would have been a good choice. But yeah, I think I'm trying to find it because I know I seen it earlier. It was like the women's WarGames graphic, and it had Bailey with Team Rhea. I don't see it no more though. They deleted it? Oh no, it's right here. Yeah. 21 hours ago. Yeah, Bailey. Survivor Games, Vancouver. Yeah. When did Bailey turn face? Okay, people need to pay attention. What are you talking about? She been a face.
She won the title.
Yeah.
Was she?
Did she win the Rumble? She did win the Rumble. Yeah. That's when she went face. You need to pay attention.
But yeah, we have that coming up, and let me pull up the card.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they just added 2 more matches.
Yeah. Did you see that spear that that Braun did to the table?
The table, yeah. That man. They're talking about he looked like who was it from Dragon Ball? Who got the I think it was Goku. Frieza punched him in the chest and it was hit. Or he had killed Goku in the Dragon Ball Super. He hit that hole in his chest. Like, yeah, he tried to take himself out. But then he was in the ring like 2 minutes later doing hurricanranas off the top rope. I'm like, all right, this guy ain't human.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Ain't no way.
Okay.
Bailey and Io on the tag team again. I just noticed that.
Yep, they did. Yep. On this one, they have Bailey being in it. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3,
WarGames.
4, 5. 5 matches.
Ooh, I forgot X-Pac and Kane was tag teams.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. Like when I'm seeing this, I remember it. But yeah, yeah.
And their team broke up over a girl.
Yeah.
X-Pac stole Kane's girl, maybe because he was probably a dick. Yeah. So, are we gonna do predictions for this, or we just want to talk about it?
It's
Survivor
a major
Series.
show.
It was a major show. Yeah.
Predictions.
I mean, oh, well, this obviously is going to be the main event, so we're just going to go down and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns, the Usos, Sami Zayn, and a now 5th member, CM Punk, to face old bloodline, or the new bloodline of Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tamaloa, and Big Bronson
Reed.
At
Yeah.
which, also, it's going to be Jey Uso versus
Jacob Fatu on
this
Friday. Woo! Man.
with the winner getting advantage rights.
Oh
Okay.
my God. I was hoping Jay was gonna say I'm gonna dog walk your ass on Friday, but he didn't say that on Friday or Monday.
Yeah.
Fatu might. I can't wait.
Whew. Yeah.
So how do you feel knowing that you hate CM Punk?
Yeah, I know, right? CM Uso, this is crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, Uso.
I don't know. I don't know.
Bro, it's some funny business going on in this whole story, and I don't know where they go with this.
I think it's with Paul. Like, I don't know. Cause I've been saying this since the beginning that CM Punk is a heel. I've been saying that. And it's been and everybody keep telling me that he's not a heel. Like he done did so much heel shit that he cost them a match with Drew McIntyre because he thought that Seth Rollins was gonna do shit to him. Like, but it was 2 heels. All right, he's a face. Can I remind y'all that the only person that is a face in this bloodline is honestly Jey Uso? Everybody else is heels. It's just that Roman came back and he was supposed. Sami Zayn. Fuck yeah, forgot Sami Zayn. CM Punk is not a face. This is the whole point. CM Punk is not a face.
He started off this whole tangent talking about CM Punk was a heel.
That's what I said from the very beginning. So it's 2 faces in this match with a bunch of heels. Somebody is going to turn. I think it's Punk. I think Punk is going to give Roman Reigns this whole new face. This is the only way that Roman can truly turn face. If Paul Heyman screws him over for CM Punk.
Oh yeah.
That's the only way that Roman can turn face, because now he doesn't have his wise man. He's going to start figuring out that maybe he is the problem and he needs to change, because guess what? Since his comeback, he ain't learned shit.
Yeah. He said, I ain't acknowledging nobody. You know
what?
Said, you gonna do what? I'll never forget that promo against Solo.
I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sorry, Jay, that you wasted my time. He didn't learn nothing. So he has to find a face.
I think it's going to be either Roman versus Jacob Fatu or Roman versus Solo Sikoa at WrestleMania. And obviously it's going to be the Usos versus GOD.
Yeah.
And then that frees up so much space for other. Why am I even thinking of? Well, I mean, obviously, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are going to fight at WrestleMania, because if Kevin Owens is mad at Cody Rhodes for teaming with Roman Reigns,
man,
he's going to feel the type of way against Sami Zayn.
I just see so many things. Just Kevin Owens just shooting Sami Zayn.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Kevin is right.
Yeah.
He's been right this entire time. He was right with Elias. He's been right this entire time. Like,
Elias.
this is all I'm saying. This is one of the stories that have lasted just as long as the bloodline. And Kevin has been an asshole for most of the last 4 years, but he's been righteous in his assholishness. He hasn't been wrong about too many people. Him turning on Sammy was trying to go for power. Like, he wanted to be part of the bloodline, part of the power. And I've been fighting them for the last year, and you want to side with them. He got his ass whooped inside of the ring because of his friend. That dude is right, and Sammy hasn't learned. So yeah, Kevin and Sammy is going to fight in WrestleMania. That's the only way that gets in.
Still think it's going to be, as much as I want it to be Randy versus Cody at Royal Rumble. Now I think it's still gonna. I wish it would be more WrestleMania, but I have a feeling it's going to be the Royal Rumble with Randy and Cody. They need a big match.
They do.
So Cody even make it to Royal Rumble as champion.
Yeah, that was my.
I'm a Simon Miller. He said, "I think KO should win at Saturday Night Main Event." And I'm like,
"Yeah, he should."
I don't know. He might be on to something.
Yeah, no, he should, because he's the only one that's been solid this entire time. He's been.
But who do we think's going to win? The OG or the New Bloodline?
I don't see a way that Paul Heyman. Well, yeah, I don't see a way that Paul Heyman can just cleanly cost. Even with CM Punk being in the ring, can cost them. I think that Roman and them will win, but I think CM Punk is going to do the turn after the match, because I would want, because if he turns in the middle of the match, I need to figure out why. Like, that is the big question. Why
it can't be the middle of the match, because the match doesn't start till all 10 members are in.
No, that's what I mean. I mean, like, it looks like the OG bloodline is about to win. He turns, costs Roman and everybody, and then oh, yes, I do. I can see it. They've been in this long form storytelling for a minute. CM Punk cost the OG bloodline the championship because Paul Heyman had this plan of finally freeing himself of the bloodline by having beating Solo, because Solo paid him, because CM Punk is not here to make friends, he's here to make money. He's going to be a hired hitman. That's what it is. He's going to turn for some money because he got to let everybody know he ain't here to make friends. And Paul Heyman, the wise man, put this plan in place once CM Punk came in to be. He just waited for his opportunity. Whew. I would love that. That's what I would want to see. And that would be a good cause for the old bloodline to lose. This could be an opportunity for the either Jacob versus Roman at Royal Rumble. Then it'll be Tribal Chief versus,
I'll be there.
Yeah, and then Tribal Chief versus Tribal Chief at WrestleMania. He had to beat Jacob Fatu to get there, but that loss puts everything into play. So I am saying that the new bloodline is winning. My man Solo.
And,
I don't know.
While we're slightly talking about the Royal Rumble, be on the lookout. We will be announcing something soon on Blue Sky. Go ahead, hit us up, the 3 Count Pod on Blue Sky. Hey viewers, I love you.
Monsters!
You will love us too.
Somebody got to do it.
We have an announcement coming soon. Within the next week or so.
Yeah.
After Thanksgiving.
Oh,
by the way, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Oh.
Completely.
No.
Forgot about that.
I actually wanted to ask a question about Thanksgiving, and we'll get right back into WarGames. But if you invited one WWE, one wrestling star, past or present, to Thanksgiving dinner, who would it be?
Randy Orton.
Even though I know he's a horrible dad, Rey Mysterio.
Oh my god.
Nope. Yeah,
I'm coming this Thanksgiving with Randy just to RKO his ass through the table.
or Dominic. Yeah, but no. The person I would bring is Jey Uso. I'm a big back.
Yeah.
He a big back. We can have good time. It would have been Jey Uso or Solo because Solo is funny as hell.
Solo is hilarious.
Yeah,
you see to go through that table.
Yeah,
with Cody.
Solo.
He's doing a Fortnite emote while he was getting thrown the table.
No, so it'll either be Solo or Jay because I'm a big back or Solo is just hilarious. He's just funny to be around. I can hear him talking shit the entire time. This is macaroni. This is macaroni y'all make. Like I only see 5 cheeses. You're supposed to have 7. Like he just has some petty shit like that. So yeah, those would be the 2 if I had to.
But going back to Survivor Series, we have the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Gunther versus Damian Priest. I don't think it's time to take
Not yet.
the title off Gunther.
Not yet.
Nah. Gunther.
Not if what they've done with him for all the other titles. Yeah, no.
Nah. A nice little tag team transition needs to open up before he can before he loses the title. He'll win the championship. Be like, you know what? I'm going to tag team. Me and
Kaiser?
Yeah. Kaiser. Yeah, a little bit. Or Ilya. He bring him under his belt.
Ilya.
He'll bring him under his
hilarious.
belt. That'd be amazing. So yeah, I can
Everybody beating them. They tag champions. They hold that shit for 20 years.
But yeah, I think a transition. Sorry, I'm thinking transition. Wait, let me just get this out because he's gonna be stuck with me. All right. There's a transition that has to happen. There's somebody that has to not be such a big star for Gunther to be like, you know what? I lost this one. Let me go to this one. Because I think they're going to create the legacy of him being the champion 90% of his time in WWE. Even if they got to bring him back down to NXT, they're going to put a championship belt on him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I strike 2 on really bad takes. There is not going to be a strike 3.
What are you talking about?
Why would someone want to lose the World Heavyweight title just to go back to being a tag team?
No, I'm saying that if they got to get a belt off of him, they're going to put another belt on him. It's something that he wants to do, but I think that they're going to keep a record of him being a champion. He will be one of those people that will be the not the home run, when you win every championship belt in the promotion, he's going to be one of those Grand Slam champ. And he can't be a Grand Slam champ just being world champion or a heavyweight champion. He's going to win a European and an Intercontinental. They're going to put a belt on him.
No European.
Damn, they need to bring that back. But you know what I'm saying.
Already had the Intercontinental.
Mm-hmm.
Right now,
it's the tags USA.
It's not time for him to even think about going to the US title.
You missing what I'm saying. I'm saying that I think that he's going to win because that's what's going to happen.
Around the time of like Sheamus, where he's now trying to get that last one. And like Sheamus has never held the IC title, but they're trying to get him that US title. And then he slapped the European title on that motherfucker.
But you're missing what I'm saying.
He's not going to lose that title and be out of the heavyweight title picture for at least 2 to 4 years.
Okay. So what I'm saying to you is that he's not going to lose this WarGame if they're ready for him to move to another championship. And right now they'll still have Roman and Cody being one of the top ones. They may put it on him, but if it's not their time, they're going to throw another belt on him. There's no reason on why they just don't keep him winning belts. We didn't have world champions that were tag team champions. We didn't have Intercontinental and USA champions that were tag team champions. We've had that. What I'm saying is that there is not going to be a time that he spend more than a month without a title. That's all I was saying.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
1.5.
They don't
One
want
and
to
a
have.
half steaks.
See, now I got to go back to looking. I just wanted to be engaged. Now I got to go back to looking because
He's still trying to find this tag team.
no, I stopped. I stopped because I was getting back into
Because you
this.
know that it's never happened.
It has happened. This is no. I stopped because we was moving on. We were
Comment
talking.
down below. Did it happen?
Yeah, thank you. We have Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Naomi, and Io Sky versus Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae. Thank you.
This one I actually don't know. Might be a toss up.
Especially because Bianca ain't really messing with Io Sky or Bayley. She really ain't trying to hear what Rhea Ripley got to say.
She definitely ain't. She said, "This your team?"
And Naomi is the only person who is cool with her, but also everybody thinks Naomi's the one.
I'm about to say Naomi was getting her the side eye on Monday. When Bianca was talking about this her team and that we need to find somebody. And Naomi was like, "We got somebody." And when Rhea came up, she whispered to Rhea, "Bayley." Said, "Who we think you should be? Who should be the fifth person?" She's like, "Bayley."
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Team Liv.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, Team Liv.
Yeah, they just got more. They more together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like Rhea just in it to get to Liv. Naomi just there, probably just to get to Nia. Tiffany there. I guess Tiffany and Candice.
On somebody possibly.
Yeah, exactly. They can't trust nobody no more. I don't know if I said it, but I want the new bloodline to win the men's war game.
We have the Intercontinental Championship match: Braun Breaker versus Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser.
Oh man,
I would love for Sheamus to win because that's the only title he hasn't won. But
that's a WrestleMania moment.
Yeah, if Braun Breaker loses the title, I would feel like this is hot potato with the.
Oh yeah,
I don't want that.
Because I don't know why he lost it to who lose to Jay. Yeah, then just won it back. Nah. We don't need no TNT title going on around here. So I'm gonna say Braun.
And we have the U.S. Championship match: LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura, which this one just came. That's really all I can say about it.
I feel like they could have built this up to main event, and it would probably be a little bit better. I would love for Shinsuke to win, to be honest. But
I don't think right now is the time to take it off LA Knight either, especially if we're not going to put him in the title picture just yet.
Yeah. I'll say LA Knight. He retains.
I would honestly say, WrestleMania, LA Knight loses, and then SummerSlam, like he's going for one of the major titles.
Yeah.
And that's if his trajectory keeps doing like it's doing. But that's just me.
Find it.
Oh, I'm still looking. I got.
Well, since you're still looking for it, I have two quick things to bring up. We have the New Day's breaking up.
No.
Everything going on with them. And I want to talk to you guys about Ricky Starks.
Oh, yeah. I started watching that before we started the Chris Van Vliet interview.
Oh, yeah. I saw his GCW promo.
Oh, I did see that too.
I haven't seen his interview yet. But also shout out to Chris Van Vliet because he did an interview with my friend and former trainer, Jesus Rodriguez. Catch his wrestling promotion in Lancaster, PA. Like, just go out, support him, and yeah. If I had the name of his thing on top of my head, I would say it, but it's not on the top of my head.
Right.
But go ahead with New Day.
The New Day. Oh my God. Big E better show up next week for this anniversary show. Otherwise, it's gonna be all bad. First of all, Xavier Woods came out with the Goku Black get fit on, and I'm like,
yep. 3 Legacy Wrestling in Lancaster, PA. There we go. Sorry.
Shout out.
But yes. And then Kofi Kingston was regular Goku.
Yeah. I think they slick. They about to swerve us all. I still think Kofi gonna turn. That's just me though. Xavier like Kevin Owens right now. He ain't wrong.
But I mean, technically, neither is Kofi.
I mean, yeah. Oh yeah, they were spitting hot fire at each other last night. I was sitting there like, no, that's your boy. You can't be talking like this.
That's why I have posted is like, yo, they got to rearrange the furniture. Like,
yeah, he said, "See you at the reunion, bro." All I can remember was like, "Grab my house." He said, "I'll see you outside. I'll see you at the reunion." I was like, "No, not like this. Not like this."
And then with Ricky Stark, supposedly he was backstage at Full Gear, but he's also said that he is not trying to be tired, trying to be frozen out, and he's ready to work. So
this man been sitting at home since March. That's about as far as I got in the his interview with Chris Van Vliet. And I'm like, since March, you ain't got nothing for him? It's December. Why is this man not on TV? I need to understand. And from the little bit that I did see, he was being cordial. He was being, like, I don't really know what's going on. I can speculate, but that's not really gonna help my situation or make it any better or any worse. I'm like, man, all these political answers.
His contract would be up around spring or summer of
spring or summer next year. Yeah, I seen that too. I was like, all right, man. Cody waiting for him. I'm just saying. He could be the one to turn Cody Rhodes heel. Call it a 9.
Yeah.
Cena wouldn't do it. No, it's fine. I think John Cena will go heel this last round, though. I won't lie to you. He's just gonna come out and just blast everybody on the mic. Like, y'all couldn't lace my boots. That's why I'm out of here.
And this time I'm going for good.
Yeah. Oh man. Next year is gonna be crazy. I can't wait.
Oh, I forgot. NXT was on.
Oh shit! It is Tuesday, ain't it? No, my Kalani Jordan. I know she was already on TV. I forgot what's going on with this Ashanti thing. Oh no, NXT Underground. Lola Vice, Jada Park.
Lola Vice.
That didn't make sense.
I will forever love seeing them too.
Yeah.
But is there any more that we need to talk about?
Anything that I had to talk about has been derailed by my hyperfixation on finding this match where a team won a tag team champion. So everything that I thought, I completely forgot.
Oh, and it's the end of Chase U.
No, yeah, I seen that last week. Rich Holland. Put into it. Oh man, Roman Reigns on if he was upset that Cody Rhodes replaced The Rock at WrestleMania. It don't matter to me. I was the main event. That is the most Roman Reigns shit. This man ain't learned nothing. He said, forget being humble. I was the main event. That's funny. I ain't got nothing else.
I guess the Young Bucks are going back to New Japan Pro.
Oh, brother. I see that Kenny Omega is coming back.
Yeah, at Wrestle Dynasty.
Like what? I find out that man was even cleared yet. Now I'm already getting matches.
Mm-hmm. And he hasn't even said he's coming back to AEW.
Yeah, like what the hell's up with that? Young Bucks gone. Kenny don't want to come back. You're seeing Punk was right. No, it's fine. I'll never say that again. Can't do it. What was I about to say?
All right, so there's nothing else.
Nope.
When this is over with, I am going to go with it. Once I find it, I'm texting it to you.
Survivor Series.
Uh-huh.
Special start time, 6:00. Oh, I was so happy. I almost forgot that it started at 6.
Let me get to that, just because you talked about Survivor Series. We had a conversation where I said that in the chat, where with CM Punk joining the OG bloodline, I said this has the potential to be one of the greatest Survivor Series in history. And CT said only after 2 matches. Like, I said, yeah. The reason why I said yeah is because, especially with Survivor Series, most of the things that we remember are moments. Like, I can give you a list of Survivor Series.
Did Undertaker debut at a Survivor Series?
Yep, with the gobbledygooker being revealed. Yeah, it was.
Don't be bringing that guy up again.
But that
I hate the gobbledygooker.
Yeah. But most of the Survivor Series are determined based off of one match. Like, could y'all tell me Survivor Series in 2017?
2017. That was the NXT one, wasn't
it? Was it?
Or was that the one where Sting came back?
2017.
Because Sting came back in 2014. Because I was at that Raw that after he came back.
All right. Well, the big thing that happened there was Kurt Angle retained his job as Raw GM. That was the big thing. Elias versus Matt Hardy, Enzo Amore versus Kalisto, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Breezango. Tyler Breeze and Fandango. The Shield versus the New Day.
Ooh.
Team Raw, Alicia Fox, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Asuka, Nia Jax versus Becky Lynch, Naomi, Carmella, Natalya, and Tamina. Champion versus champion. Baron Corbin versus The Miz. Champion versus champion. The Usos versus Cesaro and Sheamus.
The Bar.
Yeah.
That's the same pay-per-view with Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles. Yeah, that was 20
Nope, that's
okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay,
yeah.
Never mind. That match is crazy.
Team Raw, Kurt Angle, Braun, Finn, Samoa Joe, and Triple H defeated Shane McMahon, Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, Shinsuke, and John Cena. That was
Cena was on that team?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I bet you could tell me 2012 Survivor Series.
2012.
Yep. And it wasn't even because of a match. What happened 2012?
The world was supposed to end.
It's supposed to happen every year.
Yeah. All right. The debut of the Shield.
Oh,
that happened in Indianapolis too.
Yep.
And
that was CM Punk versus Ryback, right?
Yeah. At which the Shield breaking up happened in Indianapolis as well.
Yep.
But good stuff.
Yeah, no.
Just like we're getting the Royal Rumble this year.
Yeah, I know, right? But no.
Talk about that.
This is nobody. I mean, but the matches. You remember 3MB versus Cobra?
Who?
3MB. Drew. 3MB. Versus
Drew, Gender, and
Heath Slater.
Versus Santino Marella and Zack Ryder.
Nope.
What?
Yeah.
That was a team.
That was, yeah, but that was
Cobra. Oh, okay. No, it's coming back
Cobra,
to me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Eva Torres versus Caitlyn.
Who?
Ooh.
Eva Torres versus Caitlyn.
Oh, Eva Torres.
Yeah.
I didn't know who you said.
Team Ziggler versus Team Foley.
Ooh, I remember that.
Yeah, but I can go through all of this. 2014 Survivor Series. Y'all already said it. Debut of Sting. Some of the greatest moments and memories that people would say is some of the greatest Survivor Series are always determined by a memory, by a moment.
True that. That's like the Soul Survivor thing.
Yeah. So
speaking of Survivor Series, why didn't we get the Final Testament versus Wyatt Six?
So they might do that in the main event.
Ah, come on. They got Survivor Series right there. I would have did that over the U.S. Championship right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the 2018, I think that was the main event of what is a strong main event between two heels. Like the main event was, I guess, Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan. I don't remember Daniel Bryan being a heel in that moment. Was that the
that was
the eco-friendly?
Yeah, when he had the World Championship. Yeah. Yeah. That's some good stuff.
2019, the big memory was the first women's main event in Survivor Series.
Right.
I couldn't tell you. The Fiend defeated Daniel Bryan. Adam Cole defeated Pete Dunne. Roderick Strong defeated AJ Styles in 2019.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Roderick Strong, the NXT North American champion, defeated AJ Styles, United States champion, and Shinsuke Nakamura in the Intercontinental Championship, which it was a champion versus champion versus champion.
It's a triple threat. That's right. What? Roddy?
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
He got that. He got that in his repertoire.
Yeah, he got that.
That is on his resume.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
It's in the history books. That's crazy.
Yeah. He can always say that.
Yeah.
I defeated Shinsuke and
AJ Styles. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy.
But
Roddy,
like, I'm trying to get down to number one because I just want to say this, that number 3 was the 2001 Saw the Invasion storyline come to an end. WCW Invasion. Yeah.
Damn, that was a Survivor Series? Damn.
Yeah, that was a Survivor Series. 2023, the number 2 moment was CM Punk.
Yeah.
Do you remember the matches that was there?
It was Judgment Day versus Team Cody.
Yeah.
Cody in that match?
Cody, Seth, Jay, Sammy, and Randy. Because that was the return of Randy Orton.
Yeah.
And a return to CM Punk.
Yeah. And then it was Santos Escobar defeated Dragon Lee in a match in 2023.
What? They've been fighting this whole time.
Yeah. But
it's all Rey Mysterio fault.
It's definitely number 1. 2002 Survivor Series was the birth of the Elimination Chamber. CT, do you remember who was in that Elimination Chamber match?
Yep. Chris Jericho, Rob Van Dam, Kane, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and Booker T.
That is, yep.
And that's only because they just did a video.
I say there ain't no way. I remember Shawn Michaels in that match. That's it.
Yeah. But no, that's just one of the reasons why I say this may go down in history as one of the greatest Survivor Series, because this is going to, especially if there's a swerve, this is going to be one of the most dramatic. I don't even know who's fully in the women's. Yeah, I don't know who's in the women's WarGames match, but even if it was just those two, it is going to go down in history as one of the most exciting. They even had the Bloodline versus Sheamus crew. Sheamus, Pete Dunne,
Brawling Brutes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they even had that. So in recent, there's like 4 different greatest moments of Survivor Series. So that's all I wanted to say to that. I'm gonna get back to this, finding this championship match, and I'm trying to remember who it was because it was a split. But if there ain't nothing else to be said, if that's it, another episode in the books, people. We did it. We got through it.
Yes, sir.
Know that everything that happens for a reason, whether it's a memory to remind you what it is that you're doing and what you're doing it for, or it's a lesson to remind you of the mistake that you made so you can learn from it and overcome it later. If nobody told you that they love you today, I love you. If nobody said that you're awesome, we all feel that you're awesome. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
Enjoy this WarGames. I'm gonna still be working on Saturday, so that doesn't change anything.
It's my anniversary, so I won't really be paying attention to it either.
Yeah,
I'm watching it.
Yeah,
and I'm going live right after.
Yep.
Because it's at 6 o'clock, and I can't wait.
Yep, and I won't be watching Royal Rumble because again, it's on February 1st, my anniversary. So thank you for reminding me of that.
I'll be watching the Royal Rumble February 1st from inside Lucas Oil Stadium, sitting on the floor.
I hope you get some Lucas Oil on you. How about that? Sorry, my hater just came out. I didn't have the opportunity. Yeah, I didn't have an opportunity to actually hate on CM Punk in that situation because I got put me back on this venture. But yeah, I had to hate on somebody. Yeah. Until next time, honestly, all I want you to do is watch this podcast. Yeah. I don't even care about anybody else's anymore. Watch this podcast. Yes, we may have Chris Van Vliet on here.
We might have Chico Adams on here.
Oh, we definitely getting Chico on here. We getting Chico on here. We're gonna get Remy on here.
Screaming Chico like a Kendrick Lamar screaming mustard.
Yeah. Chico. Yeah. No, but yeah, we're gonna get a few people on here next year. Beginning of the year is gonna be on that level. But until next time, all I really want you to do is do what it is that you love, and that's anything that has everything to do with anything wrestling. Until next time, peace.
Peace.